Have you seen the weather outside? It's so beautiful. It's hot, it's sunny, and it's the perfect weather for lemonade or a popsicle, which are two of my favorite foods. I wish it was like this here in Winnipeg. Unfortunately, it's not. In Winnipeg, it's cold, it's not hot at all, it's white and snowy everywhere, and it might look sunny, but trust me, it is not. Hi viewers, welcome to episode 10 on 10 Words with Tahia. I hope you enjoyed our last few episodes. This is our 10th episode, which means by the end of this episode, we will have learned more than 100 words. That's amazing, isn't it? What do you think? I've still been getting a lot of appreciation and support, and thank you very much for that. It means a lot to me. Our topic for today is I can describe winter. We'll learn how to describe winter using different words and different idioms. We know that the intensity level of winter is different in different countries. Say in Bangladesh, there is no snowfall in the winter time, but here in Winnipeg, we have snowfalls, blizzards, hailstorms. I mean, what more do we need? We know that the freezing point of water is 0 degrees. And while we were recording this episode, it was minus 29 degrees. That means in the wintertime, Winnipeg becomes a huge freezer. However, there are a lot of fun activities that you can do in the wintertime, which you wouldn't be able to do in the summertime. But we'll talk more about that later. For now, let's move on to episode 10. Our first word is blizzard. Say it with me, blizzard. Again, blizzard. Great job. This is a very common word in Canada. What does blizzard mean? Blizzard means a severe snowstorm with strong winds. You can use the word blizzard in a sentence like, we once got stuck in a blizzard for 6 hours. Brr. Just thinking of that makes me feel cold. You see this blizzard there? Our next word is sleet. Say with me, sleet. Again, sleet. Good job. In the first picture, you can see underneath the ice there's little water droplets. And the second picture is actually in front of our house. You can see the snow is kind of started to melt. And that probably means winter is going to end soon. What does sleet mean though? Sleet means wet, partly melted snow. You can use the word sleet in a sentence like, he didn't care if it was snowing or if it was sleeting. Let's take a look at a clip. This clip has our next word in it. Can you try to guess what our next word is?
It falls like rain, snow, sleet, and hail upon my head. I know it's the water cycle happening again. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation.
So, did you guess it? If you didn't, let's take a look at another clip. What do you see here? It looks like instead of rain, tiny icy crystal balls are falling from the sky. But what are they called? They're called hailstones. What are hailstones? Hailstones are small, hard balls of ice that fall from the sky like rain. And they can be really small, but they can also be really big and really heavy, and it can also damage your car. You can use the word hailstone in a sentence like, I collected a bunch of hailstones yesterday. Have you ever collected hailstones? If you haven't, you should try it. But remember, you can only collect them after the hailstorm's over, or else you could get hurt. Our next word is slush. Say it with me, slush. Again, slush. Fantastic. What does slush mean? Slush means snow that has started to melt. You can use the word slush in a sentence like, the city streets were covered in dirty gray slush. You see these pictures here? The first one is in wintertime, but the roads are still clean. but the second and third one have roads covered in slush. If you change the word slush a bit and add a Y, it can become an adjective called slushy. You can use this in a sentence like, slushy snow can be very slippery, but then again, slushy is also a frozen drink. And the cool thing about it is it actually has the same texture as real slush, but it's 10 times tastier. What do you see here? I see two roads, but why are they so shiny? It looks like some kind of shiny glass. Maybe there's water on it. But since it's winter time, the water probably froze into ice. This is a different type of ice called black ice. Black ice is a thin ice that can't be seen. You can use this in a sentence like, I remember when I slipped on black ice, and I actually did experience that. It really hurt. Black ice is actually quite dangerous because, for example, if you're driving on the roads, you probably can't feel it because you're going over it in the car. And lots of collisions happen because of this. So make sure to be careful around black ice and try to avoid it. And it's the same thing if you're walking. Our next word is wind chill. Say it with me, wind chill. Again, wind chill. Great job. Remember, wind chill is not two words, but one word. What does wind chill mean? Wind chill means the effect that wind has on how cold the air feels. Let's take a look at the weather report. This is the weather from yesterday in Winnipeg. It says it's minus 29, but because of the wind, it feels like minus 38. You can use the word wind chill in a sentence like, it's minus 20 outside, but with the wind chill factor, it feels like minus 35 degrees. Our next word is flurry. Say it with me, flurry. Again, flurry. Marvelous. Flurry means a sudden light fall of snow blowing in different directions by the wind. When I say a sudden light fall, it means not a lot of snow is falling, so not heavy. You can use the word flurry in a sentence like, we might see a snow flurry tonight. You see the flurry of snow? If you don't, take a closer look. What do you see here? It looks like a mountain made out of snow. It's not exactly that, but kind of. But what's it called? This is called a snowdrift. Say it with me, snowdrift. Again, snowdrift. Great job. Snowdrift means a large pile of snow formed by the wind. You can use the word snowdrift in a sentence like, snowdrifts can be many meters high, and that's actually a fact. Let's take a look at a clip from The Simpsons. He opens the door, he opens the window, snow gets in. That's funny because our next phrase is snowed in. Say it with me, snowed in. Great job. But what does snowed in mean? Does it mean snow gets in your house? Actually, it doesn't mean that. Snowed in means to be unable to leave because of too much snow. You can use this phrase in a sentence like, many people were snowed in because of Monday's storm. You see these cabins here? I'm pretty sure it's safe to say they're snowed in because you can see the snow goes up to their roof. Take a look at this picture. Can you guess what our next idiom is? I'll give you another clue. Blankets of snow, Christmas lights aglow. So, do you think you got it? Our next idiom is blankets of snow. But what does that mean? A blanket made out of snow? Actually, it doesn't mean that. Blankets of snow means a thick covering of snow. You can use this idiom in a sentence like, the ground was covered by a thick blanket of snow. And you see these cars over here? You could say that they're covered by a blanket of snow. I'm going to show you a clip, but there's also a twist. I'm also going to give you a challenge. Let's see who can resist their laughter while watching this clip. Let's take a look. I kind of feel bad for that poor guy though. It was funny, but can you guess what our next idiom is? Our next idiom is skating on thin ice. Say it with me, skating on thin ice. Good job. Skating on thin ice is dangerous itself because you can fall into the ice. And its meaning is pretty similar. Skating on thin ice means doing something that is so dangerous or involves risk. You can use this idiom in a sentence like, he is skating on thin ice by lying to the police. Ooh, that sounds dangerous. Watch out! There's an avalanche! Our next word is avalanche. Say it with me, avalanche. Again, avalanche. Fantastic. Avalanche means a large amount of ice, snow, and rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain. Have you ever seen an avalanche? In some places, there's a way where you can see an avalanche without getting hurt, in a safe way. I have never seen it that way, but I have a wish to. Let's take a look at a clip. This is one of my favorite clips. That was fun, wasn't it? So our word is iceberg. Say it with me, iceberg. Great job. What does iceberg mean? Iceberg means a very large mass of ice that floats in the sea. Do you know why I said in the sea? I said in the sea because only 10% of an iceberg is on the sea, and the rest of the 90% is underneath the sea. Isn't that crazy? Let's review the words, idioms, and phrases we've learned today. We've learned blizzard, sleet, hailstone, slush, black ice, wind chill, flurry, snowdrift, snowed in, blankets of snow, skating on thin ice, avalanche, and iceberg. Thank you very much for watching this episode. You can enjoy our other episodes on our Facebook page. Just type 10 Words with Tahiat. And you can do the same thing on our YouTube channel. Type 10 Words with Tahiat. Dear viewers, here is one helpful tip for you. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next, press the bell icon. Once you've done that, you will get notified every time we post a new video. And probably due to some Facebook policies, you might not get notified every time we post a new video. But on YouTube, you will get notified. And another plus side is, most of the time, like me, kids are not allowed to go on Facebook. But usually, they're allowed to go on YouTube. So you can get better quality, you can get notified, and it's kid-friendly. Here's another useful tip. Whenever you learn a new word that you like or you want to remember, you could write it down in a notebook. That way, if there's a situation where you can use it however you want, and you won't forget. Just think about it. If you know a very standard and nice word, you know the meaning, you know how to use it in a sentence, you can express it, but you don't use it in the end, it kind of becomes meaningless. So try your best to use the words that you write down. We are almost at the end of our episode, but before we finish, you might remember that at the beginning of this episode, I said, winter is really cold, however, you can do a bunch of fun things in the winter time as well. I'm going to show you a clip to show that. And I want to give a special thanks to my friend Safa for being in this clip with me. This clip was not just a made-up story that we acted out. It was a real part of my life, just recorded. Enjoy the clip, but before I leave, I want to say Stay tuned, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye for now.
Blankets of snow, Christmas lights aglow, the sleigh bells ring, and away we go. The cold wind blows, we're dressed from head to toes, in a hat, boots, mittens, and a comfy coat. Winter is the coldest time of the year. 'Tis the season, it's the reason snow and ice appear. The trees are bare, snow's everywhere. Can you see your breath in the frosty air? With shorter days and longer nights, we'll see the magic in the stars tonight. Nature is quieter and animals will rest. Some sleep late or hibernate, that's what they